Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a book haul. So these are all the books that I have accumulated since August. I think August was the last time I filmed a haul. My birthday was in October, so a lot of these were birthday gifts. A lot of you guys sent me birthday gifts, and I can't wait to like go through each one and thank you. And I don't know. I'm overwhelmed with the amount of like love and support that some of you guys show me. And so yeah, thank you. I will be going through and like thanking everyone. So I'm gonna go through. I did place a book outlet order a while ago, like the end of August, I think. So I'm gonna show you that first, I think, and then I have some like Nightworms things, some things that I bought, things I got with gift cards, and then we're gonna do gifts. I am just, hopefully this angle doesn't look weird. I'm just like hanging out, you know. I don't want to feel like I'm sitting here at a job interview when I film. So I'm trying to just like be relaxed. I'm drinking tea tonight because, well, first of all, it's like my bedtime. So like 6 p.m. And yeah, I'm drinking tea because with my health issues, like I can't drink caffeine and stuff, so I'm turning into like an herbal tea girl. So this is dandelion caramel nut herbal tea. I don't even know the brand. Tea-Sino. It was only like $945 at Whole Foods on sale. But let me tell you, it's delicious. It's dandelion tea blended with like a almond date blend. I don't know. It's like chicory root is in there. It's delicious. I might be a tea person now. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, we're going to go through all of these books. I'm going to start with Nightworms. So Nightworms I am subscribed to. It's like a monthly subscription box for horror books, and I've been getting better with like skipping some months. You know, it's $45 a month, so I look at the spoilers. If I already have the book or if I know I'm not interested, I skip. So there were 2 months here from September and October that I did purchase a box. So I think this is the September. These were the September books. Anybody Home by Michael Sedlinger. This is supposed to be a home invasion book, and that scares me. Like, I don't know. My biggest fear is like someone breaking in and just killing me, torturing me, assaulting me. Listen, it's like a huge fear of mine. So I feel like this is going to give me a lot of anxiety, but I've also heard mixed things. I've heard some people say that it was boring. I've heard some people say it was pretty good. So I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I don't know what to do with these books. I guess throw them on the floor and let my neighbor listen to my noise, because he plays Call of Duty all day long and I have no sympathy. And then the other book in that package that I'm super excited about is Full Immersion by Gemma Amor. First of all, this cover is cute. It's interesting. I like it. This is about a woman who sees her own dead body, I think. Discovers her own dead body. It's like an out-of-body experience. And then there's some kind of experiment happening where eyes are watching her from behind a computer screen. So I don't know if someone's like doing experiments on her, and I don't know. I know nothing, but I've heard good things. And apparently this is based off of the experience that the author had with postpartum depression, I think it was. Yeah, so this is basically like loosely based off of an experience that she had, and this sounds brilliant. It sounds refreshing, like it sounds new, and I'm super intrigued. It kind of feels like it might have, you know, like a sci-fi element to it. I have no idea what to expect from this one, but I really want to try to get to this one before the end of the year. And then October, we have The Vessel by Adam Neville. And if you guys saw my October wrap-up, I had some thoughts about No One Gets Out Alive, but the writing wasn't bad. It was just so fucking long. And so now that this one is his new book that just came out, and it's only 160 pages. So I'm hoping this one is more up my alley because it's nice and short and sweet and to the point. But I honestly, I have like a hair here and it looks like I'm stroking a beard. I'm sorry. But I don't know anything about this one because the back of the book literally sounds like I'm reading like an SAT question or something. Like there are all these big words. I swear I went to college. If this book reads like the back of this book reads, I don't know if Adam Neville is for me. Something about this woman who goes to care for an elderly woman or like an elderly patient somewhere for her job. I don't know, something about an evil spirit or something. We'll see. And then the other October book, which I'm excited about, is Human Monsters. It's a horror anthology that was edited by Sadie and Ashley, the owners of Nightworms, who I follow on Instagram. They're super cool. Love them. And there are all these short stories. There are 35 short stories, and I'm super stoked because Samantha Kolesnik has a story in here, and I am just like obsessed with her writing. I can't wait to read that one. Who else has some short stories in here? Nat Cassidy, who wrote Mary. Another book that I would have liked if it was shorter. Let's see. Laurel Hightower, the author of Crossroads, which I freaking love. Stephen Graham Jones, Caroline Kepnes, Josh Mallerman. There's so many different authors in here, and there's a bunch of authors that I haven't heard of, so I'm super excited to check their work out because maybe it's like a new favorite author of mine. So yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of anthologies, but this one I'm really excited to get to. Next, I think I'm going to go through my book outlet order that I placed a while ago. So there's some thrillers here, mostly thrillers, and a couple horror books. First, I have Growing Things by Paul Tremblay. This is another short story collection book, which I don't know if I'm going to be a big fan of, but I do really like Paul Tremblay. I know, he's a super controversial author. There's just something about him that I like. I don't know. I don't know. But I am intrigued. I really want to read all of his books because I think there's only a couple that I haven't read. So I'm looking forward to reading this guy. Also, I do have a coupon code for Book Outlet. It's always in my description box. I think it used to be $10 off. Now it's $5 off or something. I don't know. Check it out. See if it works if you want to place an order. I love Book Outlet. They sell used books for like $3 to $5 pretty much. They have sales all the time. Yeah, it's just like a code that everyone gets when they sign up. So if you want to try it, try it. I think it's $5 off, but it will basically get you a free book because all their books are so cheap and like such high quality. Like, look at this. This is the next book, Ace of Spades. I mean, this is like the Target version with the stupid sticker on the front, but it's like a brand new freaking book. But yeah, I've heard great things about this one. It's YA, but it's like dark academia. I've heard nothing but rave reviews about this book. I know nothing about it, but I really hope that I love it as much as everyone else. Then I've heard really great things about this one. It's another thriller. It's Playing Nice by J.P. Delaney. I don't remember what this one is about, but look at this. Another book that's like brand freaking new. It says, what if you found out that your family isn't yours at all? Pete answers the door one morning and lets in a parent's worst nightmare. On his doorstep is Miles, a stranger who breaks the devastating news that Pete's son, Theo, isn't actually his son. He was switched at birth while the real son was sent home with Miles and his wife Lucy. How far would you go to protect them? I love thrillers that are like messy family stories, so I'm excited to read this one. Heard really great things. And then another one that I've heard great things about that I still haven't gotten to is Every Last Fear by Alex Finlay, another thriller. This one, I read his newest one from this year and I did not like it, but everyone says that this one is really great. But then I've also heard some weird things about this author with like, I don't know if there's some kind of like controversial thing that he says in this book. I have no idea what it is. I don't know anything about it. I just heard that this book is great, but then I heard some people like being mad about it. I have no idea. Okay, I have no clue. But I don't even know what this book is about because it's been so long that I've had it on my wish list and never read it. So it says they found the bodies on a Tuesday. It says after a late night of partying, student Matt returns to his dorm room with devastating news. Nearly his entire family has been found dead from an apparent gas leak while vacationing in Mexico. And it might be a murder. I don't know. I've heard good things. We'll see. Then there are 2 more thrillers and a horror that I got from Book Outlet. So the first one is Don't Look for Me by Wendy Walker. This one has been on my wish list forever and I don't remember a thing about it. They said, it says, they said she walked away, but really, what really happened to Molly Clark? It says women disappeared, desperate to start over, but what really happened to Molly? The night she disappeared began with a storm, running out of gas, and a man offering her a ride to safety. But when the doors lock shut, Molly begins to suspect she made a terrible mistake. Is there like a serial killer? I have no idea. Then we have The Replacement Wife by Darby Kane. I really, really enjoyed Pretty Little Wife by this author. This one I know nothing about. I just blindly bought it because I wanted to check out more thrillers by her. I know she has a new book out that just came out this month, I believe. Let me know if that's any good, if you've read it, and let me know if this one is good, but I'm excited to check this one out. This one, it says, how many wives and girlfriends need to disappear before your family notices? So there's like this sketchy guy and he has like a missing fiance and like all like the women in his life go missing. So I don't know, this one seems like it could be interesting. And then the last book that is from Book Outlet is Interview with a Vampire by Anne Rice, a classic horror that I have never read. Obviously a vampire book, and I've heard excellent things. Obviously it's a horror that pretty much everyone has read but me, so I'm looking forward to checking this one out. Okay, next I just have like a bunch of random books that I got from Pango Books, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, gift cards. My friends Tori and Megan both got me gift cards for my birthday, so thank you so much. I love you both. So some of these I got with gift cards, etc., etc. So I'm just gonna go in no particular order here. The first one I got is John Dies at the End by Jason Pargin. Am I reading that right? The writing is a little confusing on the cover, but this is a series. It's supposed to be like a horror comedy, and I really like horror comedies. I'm a little bit nervous about a series. I'm not a series reader. These books are long. It's like 450 pages and there's 4 of them so far, I think. It is a movie. I've never seen the movie. It just says, a drug that can destroy the fabric of reality itself falls into the hands of two small town dudes who are in no way equipped to deal with it. That's all I know. It sounds interesting. Let me know if you've read this. I love like the covers of these books. They're so cool looking. And I see it all the time on this like horror Facebook group that I'm in. So let me know if you've read this and how you like it. I'm super intrigued. Love horror comedy. So we'll see. Then I got My Sister the Serial Killer. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this name because I will butcher it. But this is a thriller. Pretty sure this woman's sister like stabs all her boyfriends to death or something. I don't know. I've heard great things. Great things, and it's short. It's only 220 pages, and it's like, that's my thing. I love shorter books, so I'm excited to check this one out. Then I picked up this extreme horror book called What Good Girls Do by Jonathan Butcher. This one of you guys messaged me on Instagram and told me that I need to read this, that it's just depressing, bleak, fucked up, my kind of thing, you know? It says, she lives with no name. She's never left her room. All she has known is pain and abuse until now. Today she will breathe fresh air for the first time, feel sunshine against her skin, and even witness human kindness. But she has a point to make, a bleak, violent point. And when she meets her neighbor, Serenity, she finds the perfect pupil, forced to endure a lesson distilled from the nightmarish existence. Serenity must face unflinching evil, witness the unspeakable, and question her most deeply held views until at last she has no choice but to fight for her family's survival. This sounds so good. So up my alley. Bleak, depressing, fucked up. Yes, give it to me. And it's a novella. It's 130 pages. I might read this tonight. Just kidding. I have like 20 books that I need to read for videos, but that one sounds so good. This next one is a nonfiction. I actually bought it twice. So the universe is probably telling me that I need to read it like immediately, because why else would I buy a book twice accidentally? But it is a Brene Brown book. I love Brene Brown. She is a social worker. Yeah. PhD. She's a PhD in social work, and it says, I thought it was just me, but it isn't. Making the journey from what will people think to am I enough? This feels like something that I need to read because I'm constantly worried about like what other people are going to think, and it's a book about shame and guilt and judgment, criticism, blaming ourselves. This literally sounds like it was made for me to read. So I really need to read this. I love Brene Brown. I used to read her books all the time. Fun fact, I used to only read nonfiction. So weird, right? I mean, like, not weird for other people, weird for me. But anyways, in my early 20s, I only read nonfiction, and I love Brene Brown. And I don't think I have any of her books physically. I think I listened to most of them on audio, but I would like to start kind of collecting her books and rereading them because they are powerful and she knows her shit, okay? Then I got an Anya Alborn book. It is A Part in the Dark. It's 2 different novellas, The Pretty Ones and I Call Upon Thee. I'm super excited to read these. I don't know what they're about. I just blindly buy Anya Alborn books or like blindly read them on Kindle Unlimited. This one was not on Kindle Unlimited, so I bought it. But I am super excited to read it. Of course, the author of my favorite book ever, Brother. So I'm just like determined to read her entire backlist. I think I read 5 or 6 books by her so far. So I love her. I love her so much. One of my all-time favorite authors. So yeah. Then I got 2 Christopher Triana books. I read, what the heck is the name of it? Gone to See the Riverman a while ago. I read it for a video. Absolutely loved it. And I just fell in love with his writing. So he is an extreme horror author, and I asked you guys on Instagram like what are some other books by him that you liked. I know Gone to See the River Man has become super popular this year on BookTube, but I want to branch out and read some more by him. So you guys said Full Brutal is another good one. So this one is like this woman who is, so it's like this girl is this popular cheerleader, right? So it says she's in search of something to pull her out of her suicidal thoughts. She decides to lose her virginity to this teacher and then tries to ruin his life. It starts her on a runaway train of sadism, and she makes every effort to destroy the lives of those around her. Sounds fucked, right? But soon, simple backstabbing is not enough to keep her excited, and she nosedives into sabotage, violence, and murder. Oh my goodness. And then it says she finds out that she's pregnant with the teacher's child, and there's only one thing that will satisfy her baby's hunger. Sounds weird. Sounds like they gave us a little too much information there. I don't need to know anything else, but sounds interesting. And then I got The Night Stalkers, which is supposed to be a more like chill extreme horror. I don't even know if this is classified as extreme horror. Maybe like a toned down version, but it says, attention shoppers, the employees of Freshway grocery store aren't too happy about having to do overnight shift, but they're about to be even unhappier. Their rival store, Devil's Food, is about to lay siege upon them with extreme prejudice. This is no ordinary grocery chain. Devil's Food is run by a cult of murderous Satanists committed to killing the competition, literally. This sounds just like corny, fun, like a campy, fun sort of book. It's short. It's like a little less than 300 pages. Sounds like a, I don't know, it almost sounds like a Grady Hendrix book in a way. Super excited to check this one out. Then I got this chunky book. It's technically two books. It's Flowers in the Attic and Petals on the Wind by V.C. Andrews. It's a fucked up classic. And McKay read this for a vlog, and it convinced me that I needed to also read this book. And this woman's parents don't know that she has children, but they go to stay at the grandparents' house, and so she hides the children in an attic. It's basically like this fucked up story about child abuse, from what I understand. And I don't know, I'm scared, but also I got this copy because there's also the second book. So if I really like it and want to read the second book right away, I can do that, but this is like this is like a Bible. Next, I got 3 books that I've already read and loved them, so I needed to buy physical copies. I had either like the ebook or the audio for all of these. First one being Pen Pal, of course. One of my all-time favorite reads, and also one of my all-time favorite reads of 2022. This is just like the most bleak, depressing, fucked up horror book, and it genuinely creeped me out, and I absolutely loved it. I had to get the physical copy. And then Suburban Hell by Maureen Kilmer. This is just a horror comedy about suburban moms. And one of them may be haunted by a demon. Was that a bug that just fell off the ceiling? What the fuck was that? One of them might need an exorcism done. It's just like this easy beginner kind of style horror book, and I just really liked it. And then I got the physical copy of Jeanette McCurdy's book, I'm Glad My Mom Died. This is obviously an autobiography by Jeanette McCurdy, and everyone was reading this book when it first came out, and I listened to it and it was amazing. I'm just so glad that celebrities are writing like such honest books like this and really shedding light on abuse and trauma, and it was just done in, it was just so well done, and I applaud her. I love her. So I do also love reading celebrity autobiographies, which you'll see in a second. But yeah, I really wanted the physical of this one because it's such a powerful book. I feel and I'm obsessed. So, and then speaking of celebrity kind of autobiographies, I got Steve-O's new book. I read his first book, I think it came out like 12 years ago. My friend James bought it for me for my birthday like 12 years ago. Loved it. And now he came out with a second book called A Hard Kick in the Nuts, and I'm obsessed with Jackass. I'm obsessed with Steve-O. Literally my favorite movies, my favorite show. Like, I grew up watching these guys, so of course I immediately purchased this book, and I cannot wait to read this. He's like one of my favorite people to ever live. Then I also got this new book that just came out, and it's Mac Miller's biography. Rest in peace. I'm obsessed with Mac Miller, another person that I've loved since high school. I used to have a Tumblr account dedicated to Mac Miller in high school. So yeah, so this one is Most Dope, The Extraordinary Life of Mac Miller. This one just came out in September, I believe. So of course I obviously had to purchase. And then I got another Junji Ito. I am collecting, you can't see, they're behind me. I'm like collecting Junji Ito books that I need to read. Listen, got a lot of books and not enough time. But I got Tomi. She's like a succubus. Yeah, she's an immortal succubus. This was in the short story collection Shiver that I've read by him. So I'm excited. I just love manga's like just so beautiful. Like, look at this. Beautiful, stunning. Like, I don't know. I love pictures in my books. I'm a child. And the last book that I purchased is my Book of the Month book. I usually skip Book of the Month, but this month I'm interested in reading this one, and it's White Horse by Erica Worth. I've heard great things. It says heavy metal, ripped jeans, Stephen King novels, and the occasional beer at the White Horse have defined urban Indian Carrie James's life so far. I mean, she sounds iconic, right? Like, that sounds like someone that I would be besties with. And something about I don't know. Something about a ghost. I have no idea. Something about a ghost, an entity. I'm not a huge paranormal person in my books, but like, I don't know. I'm gonna give this one a shot. I've heard great things, so I'm gonna check it out. And now I'm getting into the birthday gifts. So let me get those. Actually, first, this little novella here, Petrified Women by Jeremy Ray. My friend Jay got this book for me from Luna's library, and she got this for me when I hit 1K. So I haven't hauled it yet, so I'm hauling it now. I just love Jay. She's just the sweetest, cutest person. I love her. But yeah, she got me this teeny tiny little novella. I think I'm going to try to read it this month. Got a lot to try to fit in, but it looks like a good one. This woman and this guy like play pranks on each other, and his hobby is carving women out of petrified wood, like carving women figures. And it says one day his prank goes a little too far. We'll find out. And then next, my friend James, my best friend since high school, got me 2 books for my birthday. Last year, he actually got me Brother, was one of the books that he got me, and Pet Sematary, which are like 2 of my favorite books. And Brother is like literally my favorite book ever. So he has a lot to keep up with. And he got me like a really good one this year that I've heard great things about. And it's In the Miso Soup by Ryu Murakami? I don't know. So this book, it's about this guy, Frank, this like American tourist, and he hires this guy Kenji to take him on a guided tour of Tokyo's nightlife. And it says his behavior is so strange that Kenji starts to think that he is a serial killer terrorizing the city. It says he learns exactly how much he has to fear and how his encounter with this great white whale of an American will change his life. Sounds amazing. Love it. And then he also got me A House at the Bottom of a Lake by Josh Mallerman. I've heard mixed things about this one, so we will see. Something about a house that's like literally at the bottom of a lake. Then my friend Morgan from Instagram, Morgs, by the way, I will leave everyone's Instagram, YouTube, everyone linked down below. So definitely go check these people out. They're like the coolest people ever. But she got me Tribesmen by Adam Cesar. I've been really looking forward to reading this one. Heard great things. I wasn't a fan of Clown in the Cornfield, but people tell me that this one is so much better because it's supposed to be like I think it's like a horror comedy kind of novella about, it says 30 years ago, a sleazeball director, Tito, took a tiny cast and crew to a desolate island. His goal was to exploit the local tribes, spray some guts around, and cash in on the 80s Italian cannibal craze. It says it's supposed to be a tribute to the movie Cannibal Holocaust. So, I don't know. This sounds good. It sounds interesting. And I can't wait to read it. And the cover is stunning as well. And then my boyfriend, Justin, got me 3 books for my birthday. All 3 of them sound like bangers. So I've been really wanting to read Neil Gaiman, and he got me The Graveyard Book. A kid that lives in a graveyard and he's raised by ghosts. But yeah, it just looks super cute. And there's pictures in here as well, which I'm a big child, so I love the pictures. Where is it? There's like little pictures here and there. I don't know. I've heard good things about this one. And then he also got me a horror book by T. Kingfisher, The Hollow Places. I've heard good things about this one as well. The thing about this woman that comes, like, she finds this mysterious hole that like leads them into another kind of world, and it says, there's far more danger here than first anticipated. They stumbled upon a place of madness and terror, haunted by creatures that gather strength from one's innate fear of them. Sounds interesting, and I'm looking forward to checking out. The only T. Kingfisher I ever read was What Moves the Dead, so I really want to check out more of their books. And then the last one that he got me sounds like a banger, you guys. It's an extreme horror book. It's called The Black Farm by Elias Witherow. And a couple of you guys actually messaged me on Instagram and told me that I need to read this, that it's a great extreme horror book. So I can't wait to check it out. Justin said that this might be the first extreme horror that he reads. He's not an extreme horror reader. I told him, I was like, do you actually want to read this book? Because he said it sounds fantastic and he wants to read it. And I'm like, oh, I heard it's pretty fucked up. He said he's going to try it, but it says, after the loss of a child, along with a slew of agonizing misfortunes, Nick and Jess decide to end their lives. Unable to cope with the misery that fills their days, they commit one last act together and die in loving relief. When Nick wakes up, he realizes that death isn't the gentle darkness he expected. He's panicked and horrified and struggles to understand the twisted abominations and hellish world he's now trapped in. Driven by desperation and a sudden will to survive, he sets out to find Jess and is unable to cope with the thought of her having to suffer through the terrors that his new reality holds. Some of you guys told me it's fucked up, and I can't wait to read it because I also heard good things about a couple other of his books. So if I like this one, I definitely want to check out more by this author. Then my friend Claudia by the Bookables on Instagram, I love her. Literally the sweetest person. She's so nice all the time. She's like, I just buy you another book off your wish list, like literally for no reason. And I'm like, what have I done? Like, I love her. We have very similar taste in books. We shit talk all the same books. I love it. It's great. She got me Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson, a YA author that I've heard great things about. I've read White Smoke, which also Claudia bought me in the past, and I enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to reading this one. It says, this is the story of how my best friend disappeared, how nobody noticed that she was gone except me, and how nobody cared until they found her a year later. Her books, I hear, are just super powerful. Everyone loves them, and I'm definitely looking forward to reading more from her. So thank you so much. And then she also messaged me today while I'm filming this and said that she just bought me, what is that book by Bret Easton Ellis? Something Zero. Hold on, please hold. Less Than Zero by Bret Easton Ellis, the author of American Psycho, like literally one of my all-time favorite books. And I've heard good things about this one as well. And this is also a movie. McKay and I were thinking about buddy reading this, I think, and watching the movie. So, it takes place in the 1980s. It literally just has to do with like a bunch of shitty, like this shitty group of friends that they're like, oh, we're like rich and do cocaine and like drive a Porsche. It literally sounds like the people in American Psycho. And it says, when he comes home for holiday, it turns into a dizzying spiral of desperation that takes him through the relentless parties, mansions, seedy bars, and underground rock clubs. Literally just sounds like Patrick Bateman and his shitty friends. And I am really looking forward to reading more Bret Easton Ellis because his writing is stunning. So can't wait. But definitely go check out Claudia. Love her. Thank you so much. Oh my god. I just had to get up to change my camera battery. I almost fell and died on these like 93 books laying on my floor. Alright, I got 15 minutes to finish this up. Let's go. And then another favorite human being of mine, Ruth, from What Ruth Reads, got me a Judith Sonnet book, something akin to Revulsion. This is a collection of short stories called, it says, warning, these six stories contain gore, blood, torture, vomit, piss, shit, rape, abuse, incest, wrestling, drugs, evil characters, and a pizza cutter. Read with caution. Love it. Also, Ruth is like the best person ever. She's like the most immaculate taste. Go follow her. My friend Erin from Bookshelves and Bubbly got me 2 books for my birthday, and I love her. I'm obsessed with her Instagram. Go check her out. She's just like the coolest mom ever. And she got me a Lisa Jewell book, The House We Grew Up In. I cannot wait to read this. I love Lisa Jewell. And this is just like a rich people drama, like family thriller, like a domestic thriller. Love domestic thrillers. And then she got me this huge fucking chunky Stephen King book. I didn't know that this was so chunky. And I'm scared to read this. My lights are dying. I've been talking way too long. That's how I know I've been talking too long. Fuck. I'm scared to read this. And I think she said she wants to do a buddy read. But this is almost 900 pages. Imagine me reading a 900-page book. I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm not a huge Stephen King fan. His books are too long. But this is 11/22/63, the book about JFK. I feel like maybe a non-horror Stephen King will hook me. We will see. I'm interested in branching out and like trying different genres. So like maybe this will be one that I really enjoy. We will see. And then another Erin that I love, that I'm friends with in real life, that I went to high school with. My friend Erin got me 2 books. And the first one is Cackle by Rachel Harrison. I have been dying to read this book. I cannot wait to read it. It's a witchy, like cozy horror, and I don't know, everyone reads this book and loves it, and I can't wait to read it and love it. And then she also got me Conversations with Friends by Sally Rooney. I don't know anything about this book other than there is a character with endometriosis, and there's like an accurate endometriosis rep in this book and in the show on Hulu. So I'm super interested in reading this. This might be a romance. I think it's a romance book. but I don't know. I'm definitely interested in checking this out. It's about like female friendship. I don't know, it's some kind of contemporary romance, but I'm really interested in checking out the endometriosis representation. I mean, it's always a plus for me, you know? So thank you so much, Erin. I love her. She's just like the sweetest. She's my chronic pain queen, and I love her. And then my other chronic pain queen is my friend Megan from Instagram. She also struggles with endometriosis and sent me this book along with the gift card. That she's the same Megan that I mentioned earlier, and she got me this book called Bird Hits Glass, and it is a contemporary about chronic illness. So it says she is dealing with, it says her young body collapses in invisible pains. She's desperate for answers, and it's kind of we're following her life and her relationships and dealing with this chronic illness and chronic pain that she's having. And Megan said it's an accurate chronic pain rep. So I'm so excited to read this. I cannot freaking wait to read it. Two more. The next one, my other friend Megan. Listen, I love people named Megan. What can I say? My friend Megan from Head Over Books, I'll leave her link down below. She got me The Silence of the Lambs, and I can't wait to read this. This, of course, is a classic. I've seen the movie, haven't read the book, love the movie, want to read the book, heard excellent things about it, and Megan is just like the sweetest, nicest person. Just so nice and so sweet and hilarious. She sends me like funny videos, and it's great. It's a great time. Last but not least is another Tiffany D. Jackson by my friend Eva on Instagram. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to read this. It's a Carrie spinoff. It's the new Tiffany D. Jackson that everyone is obsessed with. I've just read nothing but great, amazing reviews. So I'm so excited to check this out. And she left me like the sweetest note about my pain and health problems, and it just really means a lot to me when you guys say stuff like that. So thank you so much. Can't wait to read this. And those are all my books that I've recently purchased. I have my reading cut out for me. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart to everyone that has contributed to this haul, as well as just everyone that has, you know, mentioned me, said happy birthday to me, and it just like means a lot to me, because it really just like puts into perspective like, oh my god, I've made so many friends on the internet over the past year, and it's wild. The internet is wild, and I'm so thankful and grateful for all the people from the internet that are in my life, and also all my real life friends and Justin and everyone that has shown me love recently. So thank you so much. I'm gonna go before I get emotional. Just kidding. I am void of all human emotion. Patrick Bateman vibes. I'm gonna go, and I have some cleaning up to do. So yeah, I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon in another video.